Blue Shed. That's right. One big blue shed. Blue shed. Wonder why it's called Blue Shed Brewing. What do we have here? One fermenter, two fermenters, three fermenters, temperature controller. Oh, hang on. 15-minute alarm. Time for me well flock. Blue Shed Brewing, here we come. G'day, I'm Craig, mates call me Timsy. Welcome to Blue Shed Brewing. Been brewing, well, let's say I've been back brewing again for a little while. And a bit of a YouTube fanatic, so never really thought about looking up brewing before on YouTube, but I've discovered there's a whole community out there. Homebrew Wednesdays, Beer Fun Fridays. Fuck, Tiny fucking loves those. It's good shit, man. I love it. Anyway, been watching a stack of it. Been overdosing on brewing videos, learning a heap, and I thought I better get into this. Usually I do. Well, I have in the past done a lot of videos on the farm that I live on and all the things that go on in my life on the farm. But I thought, well, set up a new channel, brewing, have a bit of a banter. Don't know if I'm going to teach a lot of people about brewing, but I'll show you what I'm doing. I'm pretty new to all grain, so it's been a bit of an adventure. But the community seems pretty fun. So, cheers. Dodgy little pale ale. It's 10 o'clock somewhere in the world. Yeah. So my day today's been pretty busy this morning. We've been butchered up a cow today. 300 kilos of beef is now in the freezer. You get this nice primal feeling when your freezer's full. Bit like looking at your, your wood pile when she's full and you're ready for winter, or I don't know, when your beer fridge is full, when your kegs are all full. That same satisfied feeling. I get that when I've butchered a cow, my freezer's full. Got a heap of meat to give to my mates and my buddies. Gonna have a barbie tonight with some fresh rib fillets. Oh yeah, man, life's good. Thought I'd do, see if I do experiment and butcher a cow and brew a beer at the same time. Made it a little bit stressful there for a bit. Of course, the beeper goes off just as we're starting to slice up T-bones and everything's going a bit hectic. But so far, haven't fucked anything up with my brewing or the butchering. So it's been okay. We got through it. It's a struggle. Needed to have a beer and relax for a second, though. You just saw the beeper went off. 15 minutes, chuck my well flock in. So I've got a couple of late additions to go, hop additions, and then cool down. Then we're sweet. Brewing trying a sessionable IPA today. Maybe, I don't know about the SJ pour thing, but anyway, this would fit into that. I usually like my beers around 4 or 5%, but I do have days where I get a little thirsty in the morning, and it's probably not a good idea to suck down a 5 or, God forbid, a 7% beer. So, 3.5, 3% actually was what I was aiming at. Got 500 grams of dry malt extract there that I'm just thinking about chucking it in and going, bump it up just a little, just why not? Use up some scraps. I'll think about that for the next 5 minutes and decide whether I chuck that in for the boil or not. We'll see. But yeah, this is the leftovers that I had from doing a brew dog recipe called Peroxide Punk. That IPA was only around 5%, 4.5%, 5%. Peroxide, obviously, yeah, blonde. So really light, just straight Marisota base malts. That was it. All Marisota, nothing else, and then a shitload of hops. Oh, it was delicious. Perfect. Actually, it was my very first all grain recipe, and she turned out sweet. So I'm inspired. And this time I had a little bit of just tweaked it a little bit. I guess that's what you do when you're doing grain recipes, and you just have you use what you have left of your grains. So it's worked out well. A little bit of wheat malt in this one, a little bit of caramel 30, and then Marisota. So I guess it'll be a little bit darker.
Hey, well, I'm back. Had the classic old problem of a flat battery, but finished the brew. Went pretty well, actually. A little bit high on my gravity, but I think I've got to. I think I'm a little short, so by the time I dilute it, I reckon I'll be pretty close. So this one, I think I said it before, but I'm going for a low ABV IPA. So calculations were 2.7%. We'll see how it goes. Taste of the wort, it's pretty bitter. Maybe I did overhop it just a little, but anyway. I'm about now to do something I've never done before, but I've watched Tiny from Offtap Brewing do it, and he swears by it. So I'm about to make a beer on beer. Just 2 days ago, I racked off a full ABV IPA that I've done. It was only at 5%. It wasn't super high. So I'd made a yeast starter with US-05 for that sucker. And it fermented out perfectly. So I'll just show you what I've done here. So I've racked it all off. I left a little bit of beer over the top. I've just swirled it all around just to mix in the, stir up the yeast. There was a little bit of protein stuff in the bottom. This was from the primary fermentation. The brew that I had from yesterday, I just chilled it in the cube. So she's in there ready to go. I'm now going to pour that straight over the top of that and aerate the crap out of it as I do. Then stick it back in the fermenter fridge and fucking cross my fingers and hope Tony's right. Tiny's right. See how we go. Fuck, I hope you're right, Tiny. Now, since I'm following the off-tap brewing method for beer on beer, I've also used the off-tap calculation software. I've added just the exact amount of water that I need to bring my beer up to the ABV that I'm guesstimating. And she's done. Job done. I'll see you in a week. See whether it's a success or not. Cheers. Well, fuck me, it works. I guesstimated the exact amount of water to take it from 1.034 down to 1.028. Chuck in 3 litres. Bang on. 1.028. OG. You're a fucking legend, Tiny.